Attention passionate and loyal Cleveland Browns fans, a true storm is shaking the AFC North, and what's happening right now could completely transform the Browns' ambitions for a Super Bowl run. We are witnessing a monumental power shift, one that could leave one of our fiercest rivals stumbling for years. And you're hearing this here first. Before we dive deep, if you're part of the Dog Pound, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join this growing brotherhood. Let's reach the mark of 1,000 subscribers together. Share this news with other fans and let the Browns' voice echo throughout the NFL. Now, hold tight. Browns Nation, Joe Flacco may be running out of time to prove he can effectively lead the Cleveland Browns offense. However, with the myriad of problems the Browns 1-3 are facing, any quarterback replacing Flacco might not represent a significant improvement. Among the 33 quarterbacks who have attempted at least 56 passes, Flacco ranks dead last in the league with a 60.3 rating, has the second worst completion rate, 58.1%, and his 6 interceptions are the second highest. The uproar around Flacco intensified after Sunday's 34-10 loss to Detroit, when he completed only 16 of 34 passes for 184 yards, 2 interceptions and a fumble, which resulted in 17 points for Detroit. His 39.3 rating was the 7th lowest of his career in 200 games, including 195 starts. Coach Kevin Stefanski said on Monday that he would stick with the 18-year veteran, although the answer wasn't as definitive as in previous weeks. I understand the question. We have to play better as an offense. If you've been following the Browns closely, you know this season has been a real roller coaster of emotions. And when it seemed like it couldn't get more intense, came the game against the Detroit Lions, a matchup that started full of hope but ended as a painful lesson for Cleveland. Joe Flacco, brought in to be the offensive anchor, had another rough night. For the second time this season, he ended up on the bench. And what could have been just an isolated slip-up is already starting to turn into a troubling pattern. The game actually began on a high note. A promising opening drive, Flacco distributing the ball well, offense clicking. But then it all fell apart. 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a lost fumble ended up handing the game on a silver platter to the Lions. Against a defense as solid as Detroit's, that was a death sentence, a tough 34-10 loss. To make matters worse, Flacco now has 8 turnovers in just 4 games, alarming numbers for any quarterback hoping to keep the starting job. And at this level in the NFL, protecting the football is a matter of survival. Stefanski on the hot seat, Flacco under pressure. The post-game was marked by more questions than answers. When asked about the possibility of a quarterback change, Kevin Stefanski, always diplomatic, deflected. He said the offensive struggles don't fall on just one player, that the entire offense needs to improve. That's true, football is a team sport. But Flacco's turnovers are the open wound that can't be hidden. The first interception was a communication breakdown. Flacco expected Cedric Tillman to follow through on the route, but the receiver wasn't there. The second was even more cruel. Jerry Jeudy fell during the route. DJ Reed took advantage and put the Lions in position to score almost for free. Fatal mistakes, costly mistakes. With the game out of reach, Flacco was replaced by rookie Dillon Gabriel, who had already shown flashes against the Ravens. This time, he didn't get much action, but at least left his mark with a few completed passes. It's still early, but fans are already starting to wonder, is the future now? The situation is clear. Flacco is running out of margin for error. The turnovers, the inconsistency, and the difficulty sustaining rhythm on offense put his starting job in serious jeopardy. And if nothing changes, the pressure for a switch will only grow. It's worth remembering that the problems don't rest solely on the quarterback. The Browns' offense has been plagued by penalties, blown blocks, and poor reads. This is a unit that needs immediate adjustments not to waste the excellent work of the defense, which continues to be the backbone of the team. And now comes a crucial game. Minnesota Vikings in London. It's not just another matchup. It's an international opportunity to show strength, correct mistakes, and regain confidence. What to expect moving forward? The AFC North remains one of the toughest divisions in the league, with Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers battling hard. But the Browns have the weapons to compete: a solid defense, a talented roster, and a fan base that never quits. The question is simple. Will the team manage to find offensive consistency in time? Or will they drown in mistakes that have already cost too much? The season is still at a stage where a turnaround is possible, but the clock is ticking. This is the moment for Cleveland to show resilience. Whether it's Flacco regaining confidence, giving Dillon Gabriel more opportunities, or even reorganizing the offense entirely. The talent is there, but in the NFL, talent without execution doesn't bring wins. Browns fans, the message is clear. The team is at a turning point. The game in London will be a watershed. It's time to prove that this roster can overcome adversity, fix its mistakes, and still dream big this season. Now tell me, would you keep Flacco as the starter or give Dillon Gabriel a real shot at taking over next week? Joe Flacco may be running out of time to prove he can effectively lead the Cleveland Browns offense. However, with the myriad of problems the Browns 1-3 are facing, any quarterback replacing Flacco might not represent a significant improvement. Among the 33 quarterbacks who have attempted at least 56 passes, Flacco ranks dead last in the league with a 60.3 rating, has the second worst completion rate, 58.1%, and his 6 interceptions are the second highest. The uproar around Flacco intensified after Sunday's 34-10 loss to Detroit, when he completed only 16 of 34 passes for 184 yards, 2 interceptions and a fumble, which resulted in 17 points for Detroit. His 39.3 rating was the 7th lowest of his career in 200 games, including 195 starts. Coach Kevin Stefanski said Monday he would stick with the 18-year veteran, although the answer wasn't as definitive as in previous weeks. I understand the question. We have to play better as an offense. We have to practice better as an offense. It's not about one person, Stefanski said. There are so many things we have to improve, and obviously the quarterback as well. But it's not about just one person. Flacco completed all 5 of his passes.